All right, English 4, this is the third and final part of the compare contrast shopping draft 2 videos I'm doing for you. So we have already now pasted into the template. We've also done our works cited page and citation entries in the text. Now we're going to talk a little bit about, these are the slides that I shared with you. You can see the date and figure it all out. We're going to talk about revising your writing so that you have a full 500 word plus draft that has an introduction, 3-paragraph body minimum, and a conclusion. So we're going to first discuss revising your writing. There should be 3 sections to your essay body, not talking about anything else but the body right now. We'll add an introduction and conclusion. They're going to be very short. They'll be at the end of this video. But first, you're going to have 1 paragraph or section. You could have a couple paragraphs if you really want to, but at least 1 paragraph about product 1 at the beginning of your essay, right after your introduction, that we'll do. And then you have to have a paragraph or so on product 2, that you're the one you're going to compare that one to. And then a third section on the compare contrast part where you talk about their similarities or differences and which one that you choose overall. And then we'll add in the conclusion after that. So what you're going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to vary wording for the discussion of the sources. So instead of saying according to, like we did in the worksheet to make it easy, we're going to go and change it and make it all pretty and nice and more interesting, right? So blah, blah, blah. I'll just go back to this. Sorry, I'm jumping around in here. So I'm going to go to this one that I've started on here. And now, remember, I only have the 1 paragraph because this is my example and I'm not doing as much work as you are on this because I already got to record all these videos and teach and grade your stuff. So here I have this right here. So for instance, this is all sloppy because this is me pasting the name and then right into that. So I'm just going to say, I'm going to go through and change this up a little bit. I'm going to say the Frosby Mega 3 Bluetooth speaker, I don't want the capital one for that, is available from Amazon for $19.95. According to TechCrunch.com, I would just, I could keep the first one, let's say, but now I go on to it and I have that on there. According to TechCrunch.com, the speaker uses a 10-watt amp. And then all I said really quickly in my draft was, that is really good for the price. Now, I want to say a little bit different than that because that was my worksheet stuff. And the whole point of that was brainstorming and bare bonesing everything out so that I can go back and now I can do the real kind of writing on here. So I'm going to move you down. I can't go with my better lined up shot, but I can type better from this angle. So hi, here's me, new LED panels we got at the school instead. Oh, that's backwards camera. Okay. So instead, I'm going to say the speaker uses a 10-watt amp. For that price point, usually you would, I'd say usually a consumer would expect a much lower amperage. Notice I'm using big college boy words. You don't have to do that. Just put it in your own words. We're going to keep this somewhat formal where you don't want to say, you want to try and avoid using I, but that's not really a requirement for this essay that much. Just try and be somewhat formal. For that price point, usually a consumer would expect much lower amperage. Let me see what else I want to say about that. Use the 10-watt amp. That is quite a bit of power for a small speaker. Okay, now, according to the article by Seymour Butts, the body is made of sturdy plastic that can take a hit. Now, maybe I want to talk about this one a little bit more. That is important because Bluetooth speakers are often used outdoors and in rugged areas. I don't know, it doesn't sound that great, but I'm making this up while I'm talking here and recording a video, right? So, and then here I have according to again. According to, I want to change that out. So I already have according to TechCrunch.com, and this one I can say in the article, the article by Seymour Butts, blah, 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 blah. And I get rid of this TechCrunch.com, and I can just say, actually, this one is, I could just say, as discussed in the article by TechCrunch or on TechCrunch.com. It doesn't last very long. It will play for 3 hours in charge. And I'm just going through and I'm making it pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all 3 of those body paragraphs. I'm going to make it sound better and make it sound more professional. And I'm also going to just clean it up in general. And that's going to push me out to the 500 word limit, but it's also just going to be a better discussion. It's going to give you a chance to really talk about it and get your thoughts out there, right? So the next section on here, as it says, is, we're doing this, making sure that, first of all, you're going to paraphrase versus using direct quotes. Like right here in my example, sorry, I can get rid of my citations on there. So in my examples, for instance, I don't have any quotes from them. I'm going to pretend this is a direct quote from a website because it's all made up anyway. And there is a direct quote versus paraphrasing where I say on here that, is it going? Is it good? Oh, that's so cool. I'm so excited. I got a new screen to play with, but you don't. So we'll just go finishing up your essay here. All right. So, for instance, on here, I say that it will play for 3 hours on a charge. That's paraphrase. They would have said it some other way, right? Okay. Now the next thing, make sure I got everything on there. Add discussion on each source, add the compare and contrast discussion. You should do that. And the final thing here for this draft before you get it done so that we can work on it and revise it all next week is to include an introduction and conclusion paragraph, a full introduction and a quick conclusion. I'm going to say 3 sentences for your introduction is fine. And I'm going to say 2 sentences for your conclusion is fine as well. So here in my introduction paragraph, it's going to be before this one. I'm going to go up and I'm going to make up an attention getter. It's going to be so good an attention gettery, and it's actually going to be stupid. I'm going to make it up right now. And it will be, I'll use the one that I use in class. It will be, imagine going to a party and there, I got to move this down here so I got to type, and there is no music. A Bluetooth speaker, this is my link. There was my attention getter. You know, I'm getting people's attention like, oh my gosh, imagine a party with no music. And a Bluetooth speaker can solve this problem. There's my link. So I'm introducing the topic more thoroughly. And I'm going to my thesis statement, which for this one, for this thesis statement is really easy. I just want you to say what the 2 products are you're looking at. And I want you to say which one you're choosing. So in this case, I'm just going to put it this way. The Unz Angle 3 is a superior Bluetooth speaker to superior Bluetooth speaker is, I'm going to say is superior, sorry, is superior to the, I made up one, Frosby Mega 3 Bluetooth. The superior to Frosby Bluetooth speaker. Okay, there, 3 sentences. I got my introduction. It's done. Now I want to do a conclusion really quickly, where a conclusion, you're going to sort of restate it and then give them kind of a closing point or something like that to go with. And it's going to go like this. I'm going to remind what my thesis was. I'm going to restate it. And I'm going to say, once again, the Unz, such a dumb name. It's a really good speaker, though. That's what I ended up buying. Angle 3 speaker is a better overall product than and I know I spelled it wrong, than the Frosby Mega 3. I need a clincher here or something to close it out. Don't hesitate to buy it before your next gathering. Okay. Should you make it more interesting than my introduction and conclusion? Yeah, it's pretty lame. The ones that I did, they're not that interesting overall, but it'll work. So just throw in a quick intro and a quick conclusion on that. Spice up the body paragraphs and all that. You need to have this done before next week so that we can go on, and then we're going to go back and we're going to look into some hyperlinking. We're going to do a little bit more finer tweaking and revising and stuff like that. And other exciting stuff. So it's good to see you folks, just hanging out here at the school where we're trying to get some stuff finished up and hopefully get back into the school pretty soon. Be sure to contact me if you're having any trouble. Bye.